want to tell you something.
Closer.
Yeah, a little bit closer.
Hi.
Hi.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Don't you ever with me and alcohol. Got it?
Oh, you got a problem with that, nerd? I'll throw a fireball in your face, because I'm a wizard.
So they were able to get him to the hospital in time.
Yes, he's in the intensive care ward at Our Lady of the Worthless Nerve.
Oh, we've discussed this. Mornings are for coffee and contemplation.
Hey, why can't we be Universe A?
Yeah! We called it first. Besides, this place kind of feels like a bee, you know?
You have my sister. If not, would you like a margarita?
Yeah, and when I see freaks in the street, I never, ever stare at them. And yet I'm careful not to look away, see? Because I want to make the freaks feel comfortable.
There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
You're listening to Comic Can Coozie, your weekly podcast for all your geeky garbage, kitschy comedy, and nerdy news. I'm Cole.
And I am Tayler. Mr. Adam, not with us tonight.
I gotta tell you, I don't like that intro very much.
Why? Because you have to fade it out?
Yeah, and it's fucking like 40
Awesome.
40 times louder than all the rest of them.
Hell yeah. That's why it's the best.
Yeah.
But hey.
I do like the intro. There's like, we have to fix it every time we play it.
Well, I totally forgot about this one, Cole. And now we're talking about it. Well,
I saw a little metal ball on the floor the other night in my room, and I was like, the fuck, what's that from? So I just kind of put it aside, and then later on
how big are we talking?
Very little. And later on I was taking a shower, I was washing my balls, and all of a sudden something metal hits the tub. It's like, oh, it was the ball that was holding one of my piercings in.
Okay.
I don't know how I did that, but I pretty much fucking wrecked one of them things.
You just sort of you're just wiggling around and it came out. There you go. All right, cool.
I'm down to 8 now.
Cool. Ow.
Didn't hurt.
Well, no, I did, but anyway, it's been, god dang, what a week, man. Just getting my ass kicked at this new job. I tell you, it's a learning experience, which is one thing, but it's just, I don't know, just a lot of running around. That's what it is. I guess that's what happens when you're a manager. You gotta manage people, man.
Mm-hmm.
Very fun, very good times, great oldies. So, had a good band practice the other night. I don't know, was it too loud? Or was it?
I fell asleep during it.
Oh,
you guys were right under my room.
Yeah,
I was just bad? I was thinking, man, I am fucking tired. So I laid down, and when I woke back up, you guys were done.
Oh, good. Yeah. So yeah, we just kind of rocked one out last night, and I don't know, we're gelling really, really well.
Didn't sound like it. You guys sounded like shit.
Thanks, Cole. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Put you right to sleep.
It's supposed to be this fucking hardcore punk band.
Hardcore punk.
And all I was hearing was, "Go to sleep, little one."
Hardcore punk band. I wouldn't say we're hardcore punk, but maybe.
I was hearing a bunch of covers.
Covers?
Yeah. I'm a Barbie girl in a bar.
Is that the one that you sent me, though? I never did look at the message, but I messaged
no,
you.
the song that I sent you.
Yeah, what was it?
I glued my balls to my butthole again.
That would be a good one. I'll run it by the guys.
Yeah.
But no, just it's starting a band is always an interesting experience because there's no direction, right? And you're like, okay, well, there's this song and there's this song. Well, I don't know. Some practices don't feel as good, and I'm always under the impression that everybody is that much better of a musician than me. Mm-hmm.
Oh, they are.
Well, Nick and Luke especially are. They're Luke the drummer and Nick the bass player. I mean, they're fantastic players. I mean, and I play I can keep up with the best of them, but I'm not a technical guitar player by any means. So it's always like this weird hump to get over, but it's always nice to get the compliment from a musician like, "Oh, whose song is that? Oh, that's your song. Oh, that's a really good song." Or you know what I mean? So that's always cool. And I try
Does
to
it hurt your feelings that they're lying to your face?
No, not at all, Cole. Not at all, because I don't think they'd keep coming back if that were the case. But hey, it's been good. It's been good band practices, and yeah, I'm excited to jam more with these guys. Luke's got all kinds of shows lined up for us, so we're gonna be opening up for Space Monkey Mafia coming up here. That should be a cool show. Big fan of those guys.
I didn't bring this up last week because I forgot because it was on the wrong page for my notes. But Hoff Hills is closing
For the summer.
No, like forever.
I'm just kidding. Weird. Okay, why?
So they don't want to close, but they're leasing the land from some people, and they can't get a long-term deal on the lease. It's year to year, and they're like, no, why would we do, if we're going to do year to year, why would we build anything on this land, like any new chairlifts, ski lifts, why would we buy any new snow machine if all of a sudden next year you can just jack up our rent,
Right.
So they wanted to do like a 5 or a 10-year lease, but they're stuck in this year to year contract thing. They said they were actually close to closing 2 years ago for the same reason.
Okay.
But they just kind of kept going, thinking that they could put something together.
Yeah.
But I think it's stupid on the part of the people who are leasing the land. It's like, okay, now you have all this land that's got all these ski lifts on it and shit.
Right.
What are you going to do with it?
Well, not just that.
Now you're not going to be able to rent it to anyone unless it's another person interested in opening up another ski thing. But they're not going to want to do business with you if they're in a year-to-year lease as well.
Yeah, and that makes perfect sense. Who owns Huff anyways? Is it the county or?
No, I'm not exactly sure.
It is a private owner.
It's a private owner,
Okay.
private business, or something like that. That's what it sounded like. It doesn't sound like it's like the county.
That's so weird to me that, like you said, like it seems like it's kind of a cash cow in a way, because it's consistent income, for a landowner. I mean, you know what I mean?
If you're not doing anything with the land, you're still making cash with it.
Right. So I don't understand unless I don't know.
Unless they're trying to get rid of them because they have someone else that they want
Yeah, that might
to
work.
come in and rent from them, and they already know that it would work out. But I don't think that's kind of
Because how many runs are there besides like the little baby ones?
I mean, they're both pretty fucking baby, but there's like two.
Okay.
2 lifts. There's 2 lifts. You can take different ways down, but
Yeah. Have you snowboard? Have you done like anything in mountains, snowboard wise?
like, have I gone to like South Dakota and snowboarded or like other places?
Sure.
Yeah.
Like where? What's the biggest? Well, I guess my question is, how long does it take to get down Huff Hills versus
from when I went, I used to go every weekend in my junior year and my senior year, and after my senior year, I think when I was 19, I would go as often as possible. Actually, no, before even my junior year, my sophomore, my junior, my senior, and then the year after I got out of school, I would go every weekend, sometimes twice a weekend. And the blue lift, we had it timed out. It took exactly 5 minutes and 25 seconds to get up the lift.
Okay.
And if I were really going, like if I just was trying to get down as fast as I can, I could get down in less than a minute.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then like a South Dakota hill, let's say, or a mountain, or
It could take you quite a long time to get up, but it would also take you quite a long time to get down.
Wow.
Like Terry Peak, you can, to get to the top of the mountain, you have to take more than one lift.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so that's
So you
kind
could-
of interesting.
Yeah. Okay. What the fuck?
But I mean, it kind of sucks. I haven't gone to Huff in a little while, but it is just one less thing for people to do around here, especially in the winter.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I don't know. Again, maybe these landowners have a really good idea for that. I don't know, because it doesn't really seem like it would be land that you could use for, like, the only thing I could think of is agriculture.
And you couldn't use it because it's too steep. You couldn't get
right.
You couldn't really plant anything up there. You couldn't.
Like cows could graze it, maybe.
Possibly. I don't even think that'd be very comfortable for the cows, though.
Right. I don't know. Just a thought, I guess. That's weird. Well, R.I.P. So they're closing after this year or after next year?
I think this was the last year. That they're open.
Man, that'd be a fun little research project to see who fucking owns that place. I'd be really curious to know. Yeah. But that's a bummer. What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Maybe they're gonna turn it into a sledding hill, Cole.
Yeah.
Would that be a cool sledding hill?
I mean, yeah, but who the fuck would want to drive that far out there just to go sledding?
I mean, I don't know. The people that live in Mandan.
It's still a pretty far drive, even if you're already in Mandan.
Yeah, I suppose. Just for sledding. Could you sled down that, or is it too steep?
No, you could sled down it.
You could sled down that hill?
Yeah, I mean, probably hit something on the way unless you're really good at steering. But
the only time I'd ever gone to Huff Hills, we went to this. It was for like I think it was our freshman year class, and they made us go.
Okay.
And I was not interested in snowboarding or skiing or any of it. You know, like fuck that. Not my bag. You know. But they forced everybody to go.
I would have thought that you'd be into skiing.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, to slow down, you do pizza, and to go fast, you do French fries.
But I'm like, I don't want to do this. So they forced everybody to go, and so we did, and we just fucked around in the what was that, the heating shed or
the ski lodge?
Yeah.
You're a boring cunt.
I didn't want to go.
I don't know. You're a pretty fucking boring dude, then.
I didn't want to go. What do you want me to do? But what do you want me to say?
Should have just tried it out. Maybe you would have liked it.
Maybe I would have. Probably not, though. Because there was no ski instructor. Because, I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to just go to the bunny hill all day, you know? I don't want to do that.
Grow some fucking balls.
Grow some fucking balls. Okay. Well, maybe if they would have let me bring my sled.
That's how I learned how to snowboard. I didn't have a fucking instructor for that. I just went to the top of Deer Mountain and then...
What the hell's Deer Mountain?
It's a smaller place near Terry Peak.
Okay.
But I went there, but it's still fucking pretty big, especially if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I just went up and figured out how to get down and then did it again and again and again, and then I learned how to snowboard.
And then what happened?
Now I can snowboard.
Oh, okay. Now you're a boosted board fiend, man.
Well, that's in the summer. I prefer snowboarding to that fucking electric skateboard.
Why? Just because it's a little less. If you fall, the implications are less.
Actually, if I fell on my snowboard, I think I'd hurt myself much more than I would.
Really?
On my boosted board.
Huh.
One of the last times I went to Huff, I slid out on, like, not even a bad fall or nothing. I just slid out on some ice.
That's like you're going down. You go like this, right?
Like I just lost the edge on my board. I was kind of turning a little bit, and I just lost the edge. I had hit some ice, and the board fell out from underneath me.
Okay.
It's not like I was trying to jump or anything. I wasn't doing anything like fucking crazy. I was just taking a turn, hit some ice that I didn't really know was there. Mm-hmm. The board slid out from under me. Well, I fucking slammed my head on. It was my birthday, too. I slammed my head on the ground hard enough where I went back up one more time and went down, and I was just like, no, my head hurts too much.
Concussion, you think?
I'm not sure if I was concussed or not, but I went down one more time, and then I just got in the car and went home.
And you're wearing a helmet, right?
I wasn't.
Oh, you weren't?
That was the last time I ever went snowboarding without a helmet. I've always had one since then.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
brutal.
I think no, but I just have more fun on my snowboard than I do on that electric skateboard for sure.
So my question is, because Huff is so small, right? And
How many people seen me slam my head on the ground? A lot. That's how many.
No, I mean, how many or how well maintained is the snow there? I mean, or is it all packed down?
It's pretty packed down, and a lot of the snow when it's warmer, like we had this past winter was so warm, was like man-made snow. So it's actually like, it's man-made, so it's more kind of ice, but like it's not like a sheet of ice. It's just like
pebbly.
Yeah, kind of more pebbly rather than powdery like snow.
Yeah.
But when we have a good winter, they don't have to use that.
Right.
Those ice machines nearly as much. They just have to use them in certain spots to, and I don't know. I think they do their best with what they have.
Sure. I was just curious.
The guy who's running it has been working there since, like, the manager guy had been working there since like the day it opened, I believe. He really knew what he was doing. He really gave a shit too, So
Nice.
yeah, but they maintained it pretty well.
Okay, I was just curious as to what the conditions of the slope was like, but
good for what it is.
good for what it is.
for what we have in North Dakota,
Which is
pretty good.
probably the only. I think there is that had to be the only ski place in North Dakota besides maybe the Turtle Mountains. I think.
No, you're wrong. There's one in Metagoshi.
Turtle Mountains.
One near Metagoshi, and I don't know if it's still operational, but there was one. I mean, there is one. I see it. I just don't know if it's operational in Fort Ransom, and I think there's one more.
Okay, that would make sense. Because Fort Ransom has got some pretty good hills out there.
Yeah, I mean that one looks very small compared to Huff.
Really, and Huff is small.
Yeah. And I believe there's one more. I think at one point there was 5, but then like one was only open for like a year, maybe a year and a half. I think there's 4 that were open for more than a little bit. Yeah.
What the fuck? Would never have thought.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a shitty thing for people who need something to do in the winter. This kid at work the other day just kept on talking about the same thing over and over and over, and it was just like, dude, why are you bragging about this? You're bragging about absolutely nothing.
Okay, Cole, lay it on me. Start bragging to me about what this thing that he's bragging about.
Hey,
pretend you're me, or
pretend I'm 22, 23 years old, and I'm fucking annoying, and I'm always in your way.
Okay, I got that.
Hey, you know who I met today?
Who's that?
I met. Do you know Carson Wentz?
Yeah,
I met his parents. Why are you laughing? Not into the microphone.
So stupid,
dude. And he wouldn't shut up about it for like 2.5 hours.
Fuck.
Yeah.
First of all,
if you had met Carson Wentz, I wouldn't care.
Like
I'd met Carson Wentz, and you know who I told?
Nobody.
You
know what you should have said?
What?
Who's Carson Wentz?
Yeah.
Or you'd be like, oh, you mean that washed up has-been?
That NFL washout?
That NFL washout? What team does he play for now? That is so stupid. Honestly, I think his dad probably has more clout in our community just because he's like a banker type than...
Business guy, yeah.
Yeah, than fucking Carson at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn. Fucking anyone shut up about it?
No, he kept going on about it for like 2.5 hours.
I mean,
like every time I would hear him talking to someone new, like that he hadn't told already, he was telling them about it. It's like, okay, like that's great, good for you.
I don't understand it, dude. That's about the stupidest thing I've ever.
So there was
about the stupidest flex I've ever heard, or the stupidest thing to want to tell people.
Okay.
Now, my next question is, I wouldn't know necessarily if I bumped into them. You know what I mean? Like, it might take me a minute or two to like put the two. How did he know?
I don't know.
Okay. 'Cause I'm like,
Probably seen them on the billboards with Carson, and then he's like,
okay. That I guess that could be that. Could, wow. What a cool thing to happen to you. Tell that guy. Awesome. That's
so like last September. You know how Laughing Sun does those concerts?
yeah.
And sometimes they'll set up the stage outside in their parking lot and sell tickets.
Yes.
I think it was like last September, last October.
I think they closed down the whole street for one.
Yeah, they do that.
Okay.
I got to work and this kid was like, "Oh my God, I got to rap with Yellow Wolf." Now, I don't care about Yellow Wolf.
Okay.
And I don't think, like, I'm not a fan of his music and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like this kid was going by Laughing Sun. Yellow Wolf was doing his sound check, and the kid was like hanging out, like just watching him do this. And like this kid was a loudmouth, like but like kind of a sweet kid, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But like
Sure.
but like he was always like really positive about shit. So he's like, "Hey, I can rap. Can I come up and rap?" And they let him go up on stage and fucking rap during the sound check and shit. And like that's something kind of worth bragging about.
That's cool.
I didn't give a shit, and he wouldn't shut up about it. But like I see why he was bragging about it. He was super excited.
He likes,
and that was something that was like
that. Okay,
that's actually kind of interesting.
That is
but it's
cool.
not like, "Hey, I met Yellow Wolf's parents." I don't know.
Huh.
So dumb.
Yeah, that is cool. Met fucking Carson Wentz's parents. Hey, Cole, you want to hear something cool?
What's that?
My brother Robbie.
Uh-huh.
He used to work with Carson Wentz's stepbrother.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
That's so dumb.
No, it's not dumb. It's really cool, actually. Because I've got some insider baseball there. I won't share it on the podcast, but
Okay.
now that you got insider baseball, Cole. Knowledge is power, Cole. That's all I got to say.
Okay. I don't know. It wasn't a great story.
No, I wasn't saying it was. Just knowledge.
So, did you see that garden bed, that garden box outside?
Yeah.
So, for my birthday, my parents were like, "What do you want for your birthday?" I was like, "What did I say?" It was just something really dumb.
Oh,
I want an
silicone
I want an
molds.
ice cube tray. And they're like, that's not good. I was like, "Well, that's what I want. I want an ice cube tray." So they're like, "Think of something better." It's like, I don't know, garden box. They're like, "Oh, that's perfect. We'll come and set it up, later." So they bought this thing and they brought it over, and my pop, I helped my pop set it up, and then my brother brought over all this topsoil from Divide Properties over there.
Oh, no.
Where we set off the fireworks and shit. And there wasn't enough, so he's like, I'll just get some later on this week. And then we're throwing away some stuff, and he looks around the side of the house, and there's bags and bags of topsoil. So
Hell yeah.
there's a lot less over there now.
That's great.
Yeah, I used up almost all of them.
Did Fritz help?
Now, I told Ashley she could let them out when they were there, but she didn't. So, I have all that shit around it so he doesn't jump in there and think he can be in there.
I don't think he would.
I don't think he would, but I
Dude,
don't want to take any chances.
That's fine. You know this dog, right? Like when he when it rains outside, he avoids the mud.
Yeah.
Like I see these pictures and these videos of dogs online that are just rolling around in mud and love baths and love getting wet, and Fritz hates that shit.
Yeah.
So stupid.
But, well, I mean, it's not always going to be like,
Sure.
muddy and stuff. And actually, that's why I didn't use the last 3 bags was I was going to, like after today, now that it rained, I'm going to see how far down the dirt went, if I need any more topsoil or not.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so we're doing that. And I guess when we were in California, my parents took my brothers out to eat. And they're like, "Oh, like Shay couldn't come by for supper last night, and Gabriel was out of town. He's in Rapid City watching some concert or whatever." And So they're like, so why don't you pick out somewhere you want to go to eat? It's like, ah, damn it. I fucking hate being the guy who has to pick where we're going to eat.
Why?
Because unless I'm really excited about it, like, I just don't care.
Oh, okay.
You know? So, like, they're like, well, where do you want to go? I was like, I don't know. It's like fucking 4 hours away. Can I just think about it? They're like, yeah, sure. Just anywhere you want. I go, okay.
Okay.
So,
Hardee's.
So, come around 4:30, I call my mom. I was like, can we just go somewhere just fucking simple, like burger and fry stuff? She's like, yeah, anywhere you want to go. It's like, can we go to that 50s place in Gateway Mall?
Oh, Rockin' 50s, nice.
And she goes, I hate that place.
Oh, you
I'm
know
like,
what, Patty?
I'm like, oh, okay.
Sorry for picking anywhere you want to go.
And then I'm just like, I guess the Indian restaurant. And she's like, okay. It's like, great.
They're closed on Sunday.
No, they're not.
Oh, aren't they?
No.
I thought they were.
They close from 2:30 to 5.
Oh, nice.
And then they open up from 5 to 10 again.
Hell yeah.
So we wound up there, which I wasn't really excited about going there, but I was like, I don't hate it. It's just like I feel like I go there a lot.
Sure.
Like, you know, comparatively.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, I didn't want to go back to JL Bears because I'd just eaten there the night before, plus I ate there last week with you.
Yeah.
And I'm trying not to eat there very often because I don't want to get sick of it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would have picked Blarney Stone, but I knew right away my pop hates that place because it's so noisy.
Yeah. Well, and I remember we had gone out for brunch that one day, and your dad was just like, this sucks.
Yeah. So, you know, I knew right away that was out of the question.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Sorry. My knee needs to pop and your dog's in the way, so I have to kick him or you.
I
So I
guess
wound up kicking both of you. I don't know. It was just, it was fine, but it was just like, all right. It wasn't what I wanted, but I haven't been to the 50s
We'll
since.
have to go there sometime.
I haven't been there since God knows when.
God, I it's one of those restaurants, right?
It's so forgettable that it's even there.
I would say it's been a while since I've been there, but it used to be a frequent of ours. I used to like to go for their lunch special because it costs as much as at that point, and I'm sure it's gone up in price since, but you could get a burger basket, burger, fries, and a drink at one point for like $6.
What the fuck's a burger basket?
Like the burger and fries,
Oh, okay.
or like a burger and a side type of thing.
All right.
And it was like the best deal in town because you could. I remember, and this was pre-pandemic. I mean, you would be paying more when you go to McDonald's, you know, for a lunch type thing. So I said, "Fuck yeah, let's do that." So I went to Rocket 50s quite a bit, and every day is a different burger. So Monday is like their Whopper, their version of the Whopper. Then they have like a grilled onion burger, mushroom Swiss burger. So every day is a little different, but yeah, I love Rocket 50s.
All right. Yeah, I just always forget that it's there because I'm never in Gateway Mall.
Right.
Because why?
Oh, but anyway, what I was saying is I'm surprised that they're still in business after all these years.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they must be popular enough. They must be making money, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, and not because I'm not saying that because I'm not saying I'm surprised they're open because they suck. I'm saying I'm surprised they're open because A,
it's in Gateway.
It's in Gateway Mall. B, it's not a chain restaurant that a lot of people I think know about, you know.
It's a chain restaurant?
Or a non-chain restaurant that a lot of locals know about. But apparently they do. Apparently a lot of people. I want to talk to your mom about this.
All right.
I'm taking exception to this. What the fuck? You'd think that she would love that place.
You would think, but I guess she doesn't. So.
Okay. She fucking hates it. Wow. Okay. I see how it is.
You want to hear about a business getting boycotted?
Is it local?
It's not to Bismarck.
But we have one.
No.
Oh, okay. What is it?
Okay, so there's this place called The Freeze in Moorhead.
The Freeze.
It's like an ice cream place.
Okay.
And so this girl that's been working there like for the last 5 summers. I guess when I say girl, I guess apparently she's like an adult.
So is this like exclusively just ice cream?
I guess. I don't know.
Okay. I'm just curious.
I just know the shit that I'm going to tell you.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so they're not supposed to accept payments of more than $20 in cash, right?
Okay.
Like, no bill's bigger than like a 20, right? So anyway, this lady comes, gets some ice cream, and she's not paying with this, but she wants to tip the girl behind the counter $100. And the girl says, I can't take that. That's too much. And the lady just doesn't listen and just puts it in the tip jar and walks off, right? Okay. So the girl gets written up by her manager for accepting this tip. And then the next day they fire her, right? Well, then, like, her parents go on to, like, I don't know, fucking Facebook or whatever, and they
tell the story.
Tell this story, right? They took a shot of being written up and stuff, of her a shot of the warning that she'd gotten the day before she got fired.
Okay.
For taking this $100 tip, and they put it up on Facebook and shit, and they're like, and then so now all these people in Moorhead are pissed at the Freeze for firing this girl just for getting this tip, right?
Sure.
Like the business came back and they're like,
yeah, I would be curious as to see what they had to say.
Their managers said something like, "There's more to the story" and shit, and then they're like,
okay,
they're like, "We have a lot of elderly customers, and for all you know, she may have had dementia and understood the consequences of her actions." Like, I don't know. Just
wait, who has dementia?
They said the customer could have. The customer could have been elderly and could have had dementia.
Okay. Okay, that doesn't bode well for me because here's my thought, right? Being in a position now of management, there are things that people and I've been on the receiving end, or not the receiving end. I've been on the end of, hey, we got to get rid of this fucker, but we don't have a good enough cause, And then when this fucker does fuck up in maybe a minor way, like bringing a gun to work, granted, this individual wasn't doing anything with it, but he did bring his gun and he was going to sell it, and he wanted to show somebody at work that he was selling it, and showed him the gun. And he wasn't on the clock or anything, but that was enough cause for us to get rid of this guy who had been a problem. Now, I don't know if that's what the case is with this girl, but I could definitely see. But also, in this day and age of social media, like, what the fuck, you guys? Like, obviously,
I don't think that the explanation that the person could have possibly
that is so stupid
had dementia is a good enough explanation.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's very stupid. And why even respond to that? I don't know. That sucks. Fuck that. Fuck that old bitch for that old demented bitch. Tipping somebody $100. But no. How stupid of the business.
I'm guessing she was an unliked employee, but she had been there for 5 years, so they liked her enough to bring her back after every summer, because they're only, apparently from what it sounds like, they're only open in the summer. They're the dummies who keep bringing her back.
Right.
Right.
How that is really stupid. Maybe she just draws unemployment for 5 months out of the or how was her probably open May, June, July, August, September. So maybe she just draws unemployment for 6 months.
Well, and then they attacked her parents, like basically
the business did?
Yeah, like
oh
basically
my
like
God, dude.
The fact that her parents need to stand up for her should tell you all you need to know, or like have to stand up for their adult daughter should tell you all you need to know. It's like the business comes out looking much worse.
There's this lawyer that I watch on TikTok from time to time, and you know what his advice is when you get arrested, Cole?
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
This would have been
get a lawyer.
Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. And that would have been a great thing for this business to do. Is just shut the fuck up. Let it blow over, and then just shut the fuck up. But no, they made it 100 times worse. And now, for them saying that, I support all the boycotters. What a bunch of dumb fucks.
I'm not a huge fan of boycotting. Like, or if I don't go somewhere like Papa John's,
yeah,
like I'm not trying to get everyone else on board, but I'm just not going to go there because I personally hate it.
But I mean, that's a good. I mean, this person brought attention to it. I mean, I don't know. Did they buckle and hire the daughter back?
I doubt she'd want to go back.
Oh my God. I mean, sorry for taking $100 tip. I mean, that's so stupid, man. Like, what the fuck would it have mattered? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, sure, this person is shitty or whatever. You want to get rid of this person. She's not well liked. Whatever. My question is, why? That is like the dumbest reason to fire somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So my dog's a pervert, Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
While I was urinating, I didn't latch the door all the way.
What?
This door here. The bathroom door.
Yeah, what about it? You unlatched the door while you were pissing?
I didn't latch it all the way, is what I'm
Okay.
saying. It just, I shut the door and it didn't latch all the way. All of a sudden, just, I hear boom. I look over, and Fritz is just standing there looking at me.
Yeah, he'll do that. You have to latch it all the way every time.
I don't understand him, dude.
I don't know.
It's like, why? What do you want to do in here? I just think he likes to see you. That's it. So speaking of
Your
bathrooms,
dog's
Cole,
fucking needy. That's what it is. He can't. He's got like this fucking fear of missing out sort of thing.
FOMO. Yep.
And anyway, yeah, he's got this like fear of missing out, and so like, if you guys aren't home, he has to be in the same fucking room as me.
Yeah.
You know, he can't not be in the same. And it's kind of cute, but it can be really fucking annoying. Like,
I was just curious. All right, now I got another question for you. Speaking of bathrooms,
okay,
I think I fixed the sink down here.
Yeah.
With Drano.
All right.
I think I fixed your sink upstairs with the Drano.
All right.
Was there still a bunch of shit in the bathtub? Were you able to clean that out?
Yeah, I was able to get that unclogged.
Was there a lot of shit in there?
Yeah. Like, between your current girlfriend and your ex-wife, how much fucking hair is in that goddamn...
Really?
It was so long that, like, the hair... Plus, you know, I know that she gives Fritz baths in there. And so I'm sure that was it, like... But it was all, like, you know, from just, like, the soap going all over it and stuff. It had turned colors, so I don't know exactly whose... But, yeah, it was long hair.
Science experiment.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking disgusting in there. But, yeah, it's all... you know how that those strips I had you...
Yeah.
I had Taylor pick up these long plastic, almost zip tie looking things that have like little
like
spikes on them.
Teeth on them, yeah.
So you shove them down there and then you pull them out. I only had to use one of them. I had to use it 3 times, but I only had to use one of them. So the next time it gets clogged up, there's another one up there in the closet.
Cool. Nice.
So
glad it worked.
Yeah, it was nice because I went from having a tub that hardly drained at all, or not a tub, a shower that hardly drained at all, and turned into a tub by the time I was done showering.
Isn't that the worst?
Yeah, and now I got one that's now I just got a regular shower that actually drains.
A regular shower. Awesome. All right, man. I'm glad that all worked out because that was a cool trip to. Where'd I go? Oh, Menards. I love Menards.
Oh, I thought you said you had all that. You could have picked all that stuff up at the other place, but never mind.
No, well, see, I was out and about, and then I remembered. I'm like, oh fuck, that's right. I got to go pick it up, and so I stopped at Harbor Freight first.
Okay.
But I thought I like Harbor Freight. It's a small store.
I've never been in there.
Yeah, and the people there are usually really helpful and friendly. So I like going into a store where you can ask somebody where something is. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to hunt somebody down or just not have somebody anywhere, you know? I'm not super familiar with, like, these big box stores like Lowe's or Menards.
You cannot find a person in Lowe's to help you out.
I fucking hate Lowe's, and that's the reason why.
You can't find a person to help you out in Lowe's, and you can't find a person who isn't half retarded in Menards.
This guy probably was half.
You have, you have a few people there that are like super knowledgeable, and then you have a bunch of dumb kids that like don't know anything or act like they don't know anything so that they don't have to actually help you out.
It's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Whatever, man. So I said, "Hey, bro, can you help me find that thing that I was looking for? I don't know what the fuck it's called." He's like, "Yep, it's right over here." And this guy fucking walked me to both places, which I was really surprised. You know, sometimes when you go to a place, they'll be like, it's over there. Just kind of point in a direction. It's like, okay. This guy walked me to both locations, which I thought it was weird that the Drano and the zip things were in different locations.
Yeah, that should be in the same spot.
You'd think. But anyway, but then also while I was there, I was like, shit, I need milk. And I need eggs.
At Menards?
Yeah.
It's so much cheaper, isn't it?
Yeah, so I bought milk and I bought eggs. Both. The eggs were probably a little more expensive than like Walmart or a grocery store, but still needed them, so I got them.
But the milk is cheaper.
I think it was, yeah.
You know what else is cheaper at Menards? Better than bouillon.
Better than bouillon, huh?
Yeah, have you ever tried that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like if you go to Menards, if you go to the grocery store, I think it's about $5.50 for a little jar like that. If you go to Menards, it's like $3.
Nice. Yeah, I love Menards, dude. And they have a pretty decent grocery section there too, honestly.
I mean I wouldn't say it's a decent, but considering the fact that it's a hardware store
right.
and they have a grocery section at all, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna say compared to like Lowe's or Ace, I mean, there's no groceries there. Although Ace's hot sauce section is pretty sweet.
Oh yeah.
So if you haven't been there in a while,
Ace Hardware, yeah, although they really do lean kind of heavy into the Tabasco brand.
Which, you know, it's interesting that the Max Hardware sells all kinds of soda pop. And then Ace sells all sorts of hot sauce.
Yeah.
Which I guess Ace, that makes more sense to me just because Ace is
the place
for the friendly hardware face, yes.
Ace is the place for the friendly hardware face.
Something like that. Is the face for the whatever.
I think
they have
it's
like,
a friendly hardware store, but I like face better.
They got all kinds of like grills and shit there, so that makes sense to have like that kind of sauce. But to have the soda pop at Max Hardware is just weird to me. You know why else Max is the best?
Why?
Free popcorn.
Hey, why'd you give this dog that new fucking flamingo? I finally got that other one thrown away.
Because he wanted it.
Dude, I cut his face open with it again.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
right,
I was playing fetch with him.
I didn't realize did you tell me that it cut his face?
The last one cut the last one, that little thing on the bottom.
Yeah, all right.
So I'm playing fetch with him again, and he keeps on, you know how he doesn't want to give shit up.
Yeah.
So you got to get him to give it up, and then he was fucking holding on to it so hard, and then I got it out of his face, and then I'm like, oh, god damn it. You know, his face is fucking bleeding again.
Oh, shit, Fritz. God damn it. All right.
And I just hate those fucking flamingos. I'd rather
once they're gone, they're gone.
Good.
Until I go to Menards.
Is this the last one?
Until I go to Menards and pick up another one.
Is this the last one? Yeah. Good.
All right. Anything else you want to discuss, Cole?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't really feel like it.
Okay, so for Comic Can Coozie, I'm Tayler.
And I'm Cole.